Hi, I'm Evelyn, a soul doctor and self-trained shaman, traversing the seen and the unseen worlds, here to assist and to walk my path. What do? I guide you to accessing your soul purpose and authentically embody and express your divinity. As a soul realignment practitioner and a shaman, welcome to the Voices of the Matriarch. I get asked often, what does the Voices of the Matriarch do? What is it all about? So the Voices of the Matriarch is not a movement. It's a realization of our innate wisdom as women that is stemming from our ancient and ancestral matrilineal lineage. How we deepen in this wisdom is through the reconnection to our womb, awakening the womb wisdom that we've been disconnected from. Every woman carries a unique message from their own lineage. Through the Voices of the Matriarch, we create a space to awaken, to access, to express, and embody this truth that is from within us. From our observations and experiences, we will be discussing and presenting how the Voices of the Matriarch have and is still silence in our modern day, and especially in the past and current patriarchal intervention and system. We'll be diving into discussions, presenting audios, and we'll also be assisting in healing and providing solutions to open up and to let the voices of the matriarch be heard once again, starting with ourselves, because we can only change ourselves. If we wish to see a change in our world, we can only start with ourselves. Why is the Voices of the Matriarch important at this time? Why is it important? It is important at this time in our planetary evolutionary journey, as the women are the holders of the codes and wisdom of creation. They are the birthers of new civilization. What a great time for us as women to be alive, to see this time, to see another cusp into a new civilization. So this is the case in ancient time, although obscured by the patriarchy system, who relegating the powers of women to a mere object of beautification to be placed on the mantelpiece for the amusement, of men in the world of the patriarchy. There will be more discussions like this coming up. How women through the ancient times, through the old times and up to this time, how we have been disconnected. The continuous system that suppress the power of women. So these and many more will be discussed. This is what we'll be discussing. There will be controversial issues. There will be things coming up that would raise eyebrow. There will be things that people are thinking, but they're not saying. Because why? Because of the disconnection that women have been subjected to by design. By design. We'll be talking about those issues, bringing that to the fore. Our approach is observation. We don't come from a place of judgment. We don't come from a place of divide, but we present this information so that discussions can be had, so that it comes to the fore. It's a form of disclosure, as it were. So see this as a form of disclosure, and that disclosure is bringing healing, is promoting healing, is facilitating healing, is fostering healing and positive transformation. So to you, the listener, this may seem like yet another divide between man and woman, or to some of you, it could be this is a new feminist movement. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Voices of the Matriarch is not a movement. It is an innate realization. So this is beyond that. I want to say this is beyond that. I just want to clarify that. I just want to clarify any doubt and any assumption to align Voices of the Matriarch with any form of feminist movement. It's false, it's wrong, this is not what the Voices of the Matriarch. We do not promote any of that. In fact, that is demeaning to that, and you would understand the reason why I am saying this as we progress, as you listen to a lot of our discussion. So the Voices of the Matriarch is an innate code / key passed down from the lineages of our ancient great divine African mother, but silenced in the world of men, the patriarchy. It lies dormant for a time such as this to be reawakened. And even the so-called, I just want to emphasize something here, even the so-called feminist movement and women empowerment, it is an attempt by the patriarchy to silence the voices of the matriarch by affording women equal rights in the patriarchal system, whilst all the whilst controlling the movement, controlling the activities of women. That is not the Voices of the Matriarch. So the Voices of the Matriarch is more than this, is beyond this. The Great Mother cannot be equaled. This is the reason why it is beyond this. The Great Mother, for whose voices her daughters and her children are calling, now are speaking from, we are speaking from the womb of the great divine African mother, and her voice cannot be equaled. Because why? She is the creative principle of the universe. In other words, she is the creator. And there's no comparison between the creator and the creature. Therefore, the focus is to reawaken what is forgotten in the womb of women, what is buried, what is asleep, what has been suppressed, what has been usurped, destroyed in the woman, especially the Black African woman. In the words of the prophecies spoken by the Sibyls, the first prophetess of Mami Wata, until the great divine African mother is enthroned, the world will know no peace. Until the great divine African mother is enthroned in each of us. in each of us. As a woman, if I ask you today, are you fully yourself? Can you speak your truth? Can you authentically be yourself? And a lot of you will answer no to that. And the why you can't do that is what the voices of the matriarch is about. I don't want to make this video more than it is. I just want to give a short introduction to what the voices of the matriarch is. There will be interesting conversations. There will be interesting, eye-raising, thought-provoking, what everyone is thinking but not saying discussions. We will be having those type of discussion on this channel. And in advance, we ask you to be open-minded. We have zero tolerance for disrespect and abuse of any kind. If you are triggered by anything raised in these discussions, we ask you to go into introspection and ask yourself, why are you reacting the way that you are reacting to what it said? Could it be your emotional trauma? Could it be a fear of some sort or a belief system that you've picked up from the patriarchal system? So we encourage you to address your stuff rather than projecting onto the discussions. So I hope this gives a brief overview and an introduction to what the voices of the matriarchs is and what the voices of the matriarchs is not. So it is not a movement. It is an innate realization of women when we fully come into our power, when we fully speak from the voices, that wisdom place of the great divine African mother. So I ask you to, if you like what you hear, if this makes sense to you, if it's resonating with you, we ask you to join us on these conversations. And if you also feel like you want to join the discussion, send us a request of joining our conversation, being part of the conversation. Let us know. We want to know what is happening. We want to hear from you, and we also want to hear your experiences as well. So this is about women, although what is being discussed is what is being discussed affects everybody, affects us all. So we look forward to interacting with you.